We are having a wonderful, wonderful time right now. We are practicing social distancing at school. Our students have been able to follow our CDC guidelines. So thank you, everyone.
Tout le monde bienvenue et dans la réunion. Moi content moi en pile monde déjà participé dans la réunion et nous remercions en pile. Nous avons un bon employé et qui là assuré à tout et notre travail pour nous capable suivre. Nous avons un bon moment ensemble et notre travail pour nous capable suivre tout guide, tout règlement et CDC. Et nous bienvenue.
Bienvenidos a nuestra reunión. Estoy muy agradecida a la subdirectora Jeffrey por esta presentación. Estamos practicando la distancia social aquí en la escuela. Estamos muy a gusto aquí. Estamos muy contentos aquí en la escuela. Y, muchas gracias.
All right, as Dr. Oliver said, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you have just recently logged in, please put your name and your student's name in the chat box.
Nous remercions Dr. Oliver Brassoyer. Si vous faites entrer dans la réunion, tant pis tapez nom avec nom petit tout dans le chat là. En façon pour nous capables connaître que vous avez participé dans la réunion.
Le voy a dar las gracias a la doctora Oliver para esta presentación. Por favor, a los padres que acabaron de conectarse a esta reunión, pongan su nombre en la cajita de chat para poderle darle la marca de presente.
Miss Jeffrey, hold on just 1 second. Some of the parents, you're putting the student's name there. I know who the students are. I need for the parents to put their name. So if the child name is there, I already know the child. I need the parent to go back and put their name, not the child's name again.
Bonia, retapez non maman, tapez non maman non avec non frère là.
Okay. En estos momentos, por favor, pongan los nombres de los padres, porque ya los nombres salen en la pantalla, pero queremos saber los nombres de los padres que están asistiendo a la reunión.
Thank you. It is so nice to see so many faces when we are on campus. We're all having masks and social distancing. So I recognize many of you students, and it's great to see the teachers here tonight.
Et bon, nous en pile figure et tout le monde mettait masque dans campus là. Et dans ce campus là, tout dans l'école là, tout le monde a un masque dans figure.
Estoy muy a gusto de poderlos ver sin máscaras, porque cuando estamos aquí en la escuela, en campus, tenemos que tener la máscara y no se pueden ver, y ahora los puedo ver por la pantalla.
So I will start this meeting tonight by sharing the slides from our annual Title I meeting. The slides that I will present to you will be in English. However, on our school webpage tomorrow, you will have access to the slides in English, in Haitian Creole, and in Spanish.
D'ailleurs, on commence la réunion et on va commencer avec quelques slides, ça veut dire quelques PowerPoint. Et ça, on va le voir, il y a en anglais. Demain, si tu veux, on va joindre dans le site de l'école là, qui va joindre dans la langue anglaise, dans la langue créole et dans la langue espagnole. Mais pour qu'on y ait, on va voir en anglais pendant la réunion.
En estos momentos le voy a hacer una presentación. La presentación va a ser en inglés, pero mañana pueden bajar la presentación en español, inglés o criollo, lo que a usted le haga falta.
So once again, thank you for joining us for our annual Title I meeting. So the purpose of tonight...
Une autre fois encore, nous disons merci parce que vous participez dans la réunion titre 1.
Gracias por su participación en esta reunión.
So the purpose of tonight's meeting is to share that every Student Succeed Act requires Title I schools to hold an annual meeting to explain and discuss the school's Title I's programs, parents' rights, and other school requirements. You as families are encouraged to ask questions, make suggestions to help improve the school's Title I program. You will have the opportunity to ask those questions this evening. You can place them into the chat box as we go along, and we'll have an opportunity to discuss questions when I'm through with the presentation. So what is Title I? Title I is part of a federal law that grants money to select schools, and that money is used to help meet students' educational needs as well as student goals. That money is also used here to provide our staff with professional development, which ultimately will support your students, and also to support school and family partnerships. So how does a school become a Title I school? Well, there's different eligibility, and for the 2021 school year, the district set up the free and reduced lunch ratio at 70% or higher for elementary. And here at Pioneer Park, we're at 99. So we definitely qualify as a Title I school. So what does it mean to be a Title I school? And what does it mean for Pioneer Park? Well, what this means is we get additional funds. And those funds are needed to support our teachers, our students, and for you, our families as well. These funds go over and above what the district already gives to us. Those funds are concentrated in instruction for students and professional development for our teachers that's ongoing throughout the year. And we also use those funds for activities to strengthen our partnerships with families and community members. So what does it mean specifically for us? Well, you as parents and families have a right to be informed, and we want you to be involved. And we're going to share some of this information with you this evening about the Title I meeting, about some of the decision-making committees and the stakeholder input. You are a stakeholder, and we want your feedback and we want your input as we make decisions that impact your students. You have a right to be involved in your students' education. We have a parent and family engagement plan that we've created specifically to help both of us to work together to reach the goals of your students and to improve student outcomes. We have a school parent compact. It's kind of a contract between all of us that we're going to agree to certain things, again, ultimately to improve student outcomes. There's a parent's right to know notifications. And then there's a survey, and there's actually a survey that I will share with you at the end of the evening tonight that you'll be able to complete. It'll also be posted on the school's webpage for you to complete once you watch the presentation in your native language. So Title I programs benefit all stakeholders. They are set up to benefit students primarily, but the only way to benefit students is through teachers and families all working together to better the outcomes of our individuals and students. So our school-wide plan is called a SWIP, and our school-wide plan provides for ongoing professional development, as I stated before, and academic planning to support and build teacher capacity around standards-based instruction. In addition, the plan provides training for our parents too on academic strategies to support student learning. And I'm going to share with you in just a little bit some of those training opportunities that we will offer to you as families so you can support your students while at home and while not on our campus. The comprehensive needs assessment is done every year. And what we do is we look at our data from the previous year, and actually our data was from the school year of FY19 because we didn't take a state assessment last year due to COVID. And we pick one area that we really want to focus on. And the critical needs assessment for us this year is going to be targeted towards our third grade students, because 2 years ago they demonstrated just 24% proficiency on their reading FSA. So this is an area we're going to really strive to improve upon this year. And we're going to ensure that our students are adequately prepared to enter third grade. And so we're going to provide additional supports and professional development to our K-2 teachers, supporting differentiated instruction, small group instruction, and making sure that they have the tools and the resources necessary so they can empower the students to ultimately be prepared for third grade. Our expected outcomes this year for reading achievement, we're looking for 49% proficiency, which is a 5% growth over last year. Our learning gains, Again, we're asking for a 5% growth over the prior year. We're looking at 77%. Our learning gains for our lowest 25%, we're looking at 65%. Our math achievement goals this year are 56%, which is 5% again higher. Our math gains at 77, math L25, 65, and our science at 50%. We have a dynamic group of teachers on this campus. They accomplished amazing things for the FY19 school year, and we're totally excited about what we're going to be able to accomplish this year moving forward with your support and with the systems that we have in place to maximize student outcomes. We're ultimately looking for a 5-point increase in third grade as well. So activities to support those needs, again, is professional development for teachers, how to align tasks and standards and text, standards-based planning, and collaborative opportunities where they have an opportunity to work with one another, with support staff, with our SSCC, instructional leaders, so they can work together and create dynamic lesson plans to support student outcomes. Our parent and family engagement plan supports parents, and it will include a monthly newsletter with tips to improve reading skills. We're also going to provide parent training opportunities in the area of English language arts, ELA, where parents will learn valuable skills on to help their children at home. Our school also works very diligently to focus on the whole child. So we make sure we address the social emotional needs of our students as well as their academic needs. And the social emotional needs, the SEL needs, are something that we do on our campus every day. We make sure that those needs are being met so we can then focus on academics. We use our school-wide positive behavior support program to motivate students and to help with the social emotional needs of each student. So let's talk about our Title I focus. In order to meet our expected outcomes, and I just shared with you some of our goals, and they are aggressive goals, but we have a dynamic group of teachers in place to reach those goals. We're going to use our Title I funds in the following way this year to make sure that we reach our goals. When we talk about classroom instruction, we have a resource teacher, and that ELA resource teacher is going to provide small group instruction, differentiated instruction to targeted students with specific needs and gaps in learning. Those targets will happen in grades K through 5, and it will happen in a push in and a pull out model. And what that means is she'll go into the classroom and work with small groups, and she might pull some out and work in a small group that might be more conducive to their learning. We're going to offer extended learning opportunities through tutorial. We will have certified teachers providing differentiated instruction to targeted students in both reading and math during after-school tutorials. These tutorials will begin in January and extend up until testing. In terms of technology and supplies, we bought supplies for the classrooms to help the teachers to deliver highly effective instruction. We've got some tutorial resources with Post-it paper and chart paper, expo and dry erase markers, and other materials for students to also be delivered highly engaging lessons. These resources will all be used along with other opportunities to improve student outcomes and to target skills. So to meet our expected outcomes, we're also using funds in the parent-family engagement. We will offer several academic parent trainings throughout the year to increase the school-home connection. The school plans are to increase communication through a community newsletter and via our parent link. I think you probably found out about our meeting tonight in a variety of ways, and we will continue to communicate with you in a highly effective manner because we need your support to move our students. Our focus will also be on professional development. I know you've heard me say that a lot. It's really important to make sure that our teachers have exactly what they need to be equipped to deliver the instruction that your students need. Our single school culture coordinator plans with teachers through common planning. She will also impact classroom instruction and improve student achievement through standards-based lesson planning. So parent and family engagement. And this makes complete sense. Research shows that when parents and family members are involved, students are more likely to earn better grades. Students do better on their tests. They have that accountability at home to attend school. They're more adaptable to changes that can happen throughout the day. They have great social skills. Our students that are here on campus, and even our students that are virtual right now, are having an opportunity to interact with one another. And through our social and emotional learning piece, we're also building those social skills with our students. These are life skills that they'll take way beyond Pioneer Park. Students are more likely to be promoted to the next grade level. They'll graduate high school, and after graduating, they're more likely to be involved in higher education. So our Parent and Family Engagement Plan is shortened to a PFEP. Everything has an acronym. It describes how we involve families in students' education. It's written with the input of our school families and our staff, and it's shared during our stakeholders input meeting. We also share it during SAC to review and revise as needed, as we welcome your input. The PFEP summaries are sent home for all families. They are also posted and will be posted tomorrow on our school webpage for you to view as well in 3 different languages. So just a summary of our PFEP plan. Our school strives to empower our parents and families to support their children's cognitive and social emotional development through effective communication and providing them with training and resources for support. We plan this year to encourage parental engagement, as we've always done in the past, by implementing parent trainings, which will help you to help us to improve student academic achievement and school performance. We are committed to involving our parents and the community in a shared decision-making process, creating an environment that's inviting to parents and establishing the school as the center of our community. Through parent meetings such as this, we'll work with parents, families, and the community to increase student achievement. That is our #1 goal. We will train teachers to work with families. We will support parents in helping their students at home. And most importantly, we will share important information via our school newsletter and parent links, so you are well informed of everything that we're doing here with your students at Pioneer Park.
Great job.
In alignment with the Parent and Family Engagement Plan, we want to invite you to attend some of our upcoming trainings. So our first training is coming up in November. It'll be Literacy Night. We're going to have a strong focus throughout this entire year using vocabulary to increase student proficiency. We'll work on using words in context, and we'll do this in K-5. Our second training will be a Math and Science Night. That's going to be held on December 17th. And then our third training is going to be an FSA Night, which will be January 28th. We will continue to share this information with you as the events become closer through our parent link, through our newsletter, through your child's Google Classroom, because we want you to be involved. The School Parent Compact, well, that's about each Title I school must have a school and parent compact that's written by parents and family members and school personnel. And I mentioned earlier, it's kind of like a contract, a very informal contract between us and you. The School Parent Compact sets out the responsibilities of your students, of parents, family members, and the school staff in striving, once again, to raise student achievement. The School Parent Compact is also posted on our school's website. And you can see our mission here we are committed to providing a world-class education with excellence and equity to empower each student to reach his or her highest potential, with the most effective staff to foster the knowledge, skills, and ethics required for responsible citizenship and productive careers. The Compact recognizes the shared responsibility of school, home, and student for high school readiness. All of us need to be involved together in this Compact. Our goal is to increase reading on grade level in 3rd grade. That is a goal that was created by the district. That is a goal that we are striving for here as well. Our school will concentrate on developing vocabulary, increasing reading proficiency, and making text connections in grades K through 5. Our ultimate goal is to increase high school readiness. Our school will continue to build fluency in mathematics in grade K-5, according and in alignment with the Florida state standards. So our staff members at Pioneer Park will agree in this compact to provide a safe environment conducive for learning, provide a high quality curriculum and instruction that enables students to meet standards. And that's going to be enabled by the professional development and supports that we're giving to them. To respect and value the wide variety of cultural differences of students and families. To communicate effectively and frequently with students and their families regarding individual student progress, as well as opportunities for meaningful partners in learning. We also promote a family-friendly atmosphere where visitors are welcome and encouraged to become actively involved. And that's going to be a little different until COVID is over. Obviously, you can't come on the campus yet, but we have a great opportunity to visit and be together virtually, just as we're doing tonight. As the parent or guardian, we're going to ask you to agree to the following. Be sure the student attends school regularly. We cannot teach them unless they are here. They need to be on time. They need to be prepared and dressed appropriately. We want you to review and sign the agendas daily, to monitor homework assignments and notify the teacher if problems with compliance arise, to read with the student on a regular basis and monitor TV watching at home, to supervise the student's positive use of extracurricular time, to visit and communicate with the school frequently and conference with your teacher, volunteer or assist when the time is right after COVID. Look for the school newsletter each month, and please, most importantly, make sure we have updated phone information so we can reach out to you. We'll ask our students to attend regularly, to be on time, to be prepared, to complete their assignments, to obey school rules and show respect of all people. We'll want them to follow the single school culture of bears, walking in a fame line, and the Bear Paw 5. We're going to do a refresher on these items next week for our students. We want our students to also report dangerous situations or problems to the school. We also would hope that we're instilling a sense of pride in the school, home, community, and they will be willing to strive for excellence. So parents have a right to know many different things. You have the right to ask questions as well. You have the right to ask about the professional qualification of your child's teacher. You have the right to know if you have a non-certified teacher or personnel providing instruction for your child. Families must also be informed if their child is taught for 4 or more weeks by a teacher who does not meet the certification requirements for grade level or the subject being taught. And you also have the right to know how your child performed on state tests like FSA, EOCs, or the SSA. Let's talk briefly about our migrant education program. This program is set up to ensure the needs of migrant students, to make sure that their needs are met, and to help them overcome breaks in schooling, cultural and language barriers, social isolation, health-related problems, or transition to college or work after high school. The program strives to improve educational opportunities of migrant students by helping them to succeed in the regular school program, achieve grade level academic standards, to meet challenging state academic content, and ultimately it comes down to graduating from high school. Students experiencing homelessness, and unfortunately you have some of this, but families who live in a shelter, in a motel, a vehicle, or a campground, or on the street, maybe in an abandoned building, or with relatives, we're here to help and to support those individuals. Every school has a contact person who works with families who are in any of those situations. We will help you to decide which school would be the best for your child. We will help you to communicate, or that organization will help you to communicate with the school. We will provide school supplies, uniforms, supplemental services, and free school meals. The organization will also help to set up transportation to and from school of origin. We'll put you in touch with finding community support and connect the family with the McKinney-Vento staff for additional support. So as I wrap up things here tonight, I want to give you an opportunity to ask some questions and to provide some feedback. I'm going to put into the chat box in just a few minutes the links to the surveys. I will put all 3 languages in there, but no, for the Haitian Creole and for the Spanish, again, it will be posted on our website tomorrow. And you may want to read over that first before you complete the survey. We thank you once again for your attendance, your participation, your feedback. We are looking for a very successful year. And remember, we are not done for the evening. This is just the beginning. We have curriculum night coming up. But what I would like to do now is I would like to kind of turn it over to you for questions. And because I've been sharing, I haven't been able to see what's in the chat box. So I'm going to go back there and let's open it up for questions.
We haven't had any questions, Ms. Jeffrey. Not yet.
Okay. So if you arrived after I began, I would like to ask you to please put your name and your child's name in the chat box so we can mark you for attendance. And Ms. Navarro, and can you translate that for us, please?
Alguna persona, algún padre que haya llegado y que no ha visto esta presentación, por favor, ponga su nombre en la cajita de chat para que sea presente.
Si vous êtes entré dans la réunion après moi t'ai commencé avec présentation, tant pis tapez nom petit tour avec nom pa ou dans chat là pour nous connaître que vous avez participé dans la réunion.
I just put the English link in the chat box for the survey.
También puso va a ser la encuesta, va a ser en inglés, pero mañana en la página de la escuela Pioneer Park va a poner el link de español y de inglés.
J'ai noté tout à l'heure information nous sommes là. Il y a dans toute langue, dans créole, anglais et espagnol de monsieur TV dans le site l'école Pioneer Park là. Ms. Jeffrey.
Yes.
Do we have the site, the website for the school?
So that will be posted tomorrow on the school's website. The presentation and all the information that I shared tonight will be posted.
Yes, I understand, but they don't have the school website.
Dr. Oliver, can you help with that, please?
I'll put it in the chat box.
Okay. Mettez school site l'école là, website l'école là, dans chat là pour capable.
La directora va a escribir en la cajita de chat el correo electrónico para la página de Pioneer Park, específicamente para la escuela de Pioneer Park, para que toda esta información que están recibiendo esta noche, ustedes las puedan ver mañana.
Miss Navarro, I see Will's mom on here. Could you have her put her name in the chat box for me?
Francisca, ¿puedes escribir tu nombre en la cajita de capción?
I'm beginning to put the links for curriculum night in the chat box as well. I will put the grade level and the link below it. Please know that curriculum night starts at 6:15. Most of the teachers are on with us right now. You can complete the survey if you'd like while we're waiting. Dr. Oliver also put the school website up, but I'm putting those links on there for you to make it a little bit more accessible and easier for you to get in those rooms.
Nous avons un survey, nous avons complété le survey là pendant un moment ça, une sorte d'évaluation, nous avons complété le moment ça, pendant qu'il lui-même l'a mis le link pour nous capables aller dans la réunion soirée curriculum là, qui a commencé à 6h15. Mais pendant un petit temps ça, où est le link qui est posté là, qui gagne survey là-dedans, ou capable gagner en créole, en anglais, en espagnol, ou capable compléter survey là dans le moment ça, si vous voulez faire ça.
La subdirectora Jeffries acabó de poner el link para la reunión de currículum que empieza a las 6:04 y va a ser 2 secciones, una a las 6:15 y otra a las 6:45. Y todo esto va a estar puesto en la página de Pioneer Park mañana para que ustedes puedan poderlo hacer, y también va a estar en los 3 idiomas, inglés, creol y español.
Et tout, si vous regardez en bas, après Dr. Olivier fait poster website Pioneer Park là, qui c'est ppes.palmbeachschools.org.
So as I'm putting these links in, since we have a few more minutes, I want to thank you again for coming tonight. And I also want to invite you to join your students and teachers next week as we have our SAC meeting Thursday night at 6 o'clock.
Les quiero dar las gracias por estar aquí con nosotros en esta reunión esta noche, y también les quiero invitar a que los padres puedan asistir a la reunión de SAC, que es el jueves que viene. Por favor, participe con sus niños.
Je remercie votre participation dans le moment ça, pendant que nous mettons link là. Et moi, je voulais faire connaître que moi, je voulais encourager pour participer dans la réunion SAC qui a gagné jeudi 6 janvier à 6h.
Thank you, teachers and staff, for coming to our Title I meeting. I know you have to get ready for your first session. Parents, we have 2 sessions because I know some of you have more than one student. The first one is 6:15 to 6:45. And then the teachers will have a second session, 6:45 to 7:15, so that you guys can visit more than one teacher if you have more than one student at the school.
Alors, merci pour la participation dans la réunion site 1, dans le moment ça. Et nous allons aller dans soirée curriculum, côté nous allons dans la classe et professeur. Nous avons 2 sessions, une session qui a commencé à 6h15 pour arriver à 6h45. Et puis, l'autre session a commencé à 6h45 pour 7h15. Si vous avez des petits monde, vous pouvez participer dans tous les deux. 6h15 pour 6h45. Et puis l'autre là, c'est 6h45 pour 7h15.
En estos momentos le quiero dar las gracias por estar con nosotros en esta reunión virtual. Ahora les invito a estar con nosotros a las 6:15 hasta la primera sección de la noche de currículum. La segunda sección de currículum va a ser a las 6:45 hasta las 7:15.
Also, if you want to find a school, the other way you can get to the school is through the district website. So if you go to Palm Beach County Schools, you click on schools and then you click elementary and you can find Pioneer Park. So that's another way that you can find a school.
Une autre façon encore qu'à joindre l'école là, ou chercher l'école, ou aller dans le site l'école district l'école là. Comme ça, cliquer côté qui marqué school là et puis après non toute l'école ou choisir ou sélecter l'école que vous voulez ouvrir. C'est une autre façon que vous capable de joindre l'école là encore.
Otra manera de encontrar la escuela Pioneer Park, pueden ir a la página del condado distrito de Palm Beach y encontrarla, elegir escuela, y ahí encontrarán las escuelas y bajar a Pioneer Park y pueden encontrar la escuela para que puedan bajar las presentaciones y toda la información que le hemos dado esta noche.
I saw that someone asked about attending both sessions. We are doing 2 sessions in case you have students in multiple grade levels. And know that the information that the teachers will provide to you in the curriculum night sessions will include some of the expectations and routines and the curriculum that they're sharing in the classroom. They will also talk about tests that they have taken, standards, important dates, and other information.
Miss Guy, some more students have joined us.
I see Jason just joined. Jason, put your mom's name down, and then all your other sisters and brothers, put their names down for me in the chat. I think he left. I don't see him anymore.
Which Jason, Miss Guy?
Lariance.
Okay.
All right, everyone, you can go ahead and log off and go to the curriculum session. If you have a student in K1 or 2, you can go to the first session or the second one. And if you have a student in 3rd, 4th, or 5th, you can pick either session. If you only have one student, you only have to go to one session.
Ok, parents, capable aller comme hier, seulement pour capable aller dans le curriculum là. Si vous avez un petit monde qui est dans kindergarten à 2e année, vous pouvez aller dans la première session. Et si vous avez un petit monde qui est dans 3e à 5e année, vous pouvez aller dans la 2e session. Et ou bien vous pouvez aller dans tous les deux. Si vous avez un petit monde qui si vous avez un petit monde qui vous pouvez aller dans une seule session.
Sorry, Mr. Richmond, we also have pre-K.
Okay, pre-K the second.
They can go to whichever session if they have pre-K. Pre-K will have 2 sessions too.
Okay. Quel que soit côté qui gagne pre-K là dans la session qui a présenté pour petit monde qui dans préscolaire.
Ahora mismo vamos a empezar la reunión de currículum. Va a haber 2 secciones. Va a haber de preescolar, kinder y primero y segundo. La otra pueden ir a cualquier sección. También a 3º, 4º y 5º. Así que pueden participar. Si padres tienen diferentes grados, pueden asistir las 2 reuniones o si quieren asistir una sola, lo pueden hacer.
Anya, you have a question?
Yes. Can you put the link for 1st grade?
Yes, I'll do it right now.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Si vous en faites good, Miss Jeffrey peut mettre le link là pour hier pour capable appliquer la donne pour la soirée curriculum là. Ça c'est lien pour capable aller dans first grade.
Hey, question. Are we supposed to be breaking into groups or am I in the right group?
This is for Title 1. It's about to finish and then you can go to the curriculum night.
Si est fini, on y a aller dans soirée curriculum là. Dans lien
Y vamos a ir directamente a curriculum.
Miss Jeffrey, they just asked for kindergarten. All right, it's time to go to the next meeting. Thank you guys for coming again. I'll see you for curriculum night.
Gracias por venir y vamos a la otra reunión, curriculum, la noche de currículum.
Merci à tout le monde pour participation dans la réunion. Capable aller dans l'autre réunion qu'on y a qui c'est réunion curriculum, soirée curriculum.